Hey guys, so if you've been watching recently, you would have noticed I streamed a game jam. So I decided to chop up that stream and put it together and show you it in its entirety. It's not all there, we kind of stopped at a point and we didn't want to spoil too much, so the end bit's not there, but the rest of it is, and I'll go through it as we go along. Hi everyone, I'm Joshua Vidovic from Vidovic Arts, and this is Heatblaze from Heatblaze.
Thanks.
So a quick shout out to my friend Heatblaze. Now he was the guy that was working with me on this project, and without him it basically wouldn't have happened because it was his idea to do this game jam, and yeah, he did all the coding and he did such an awesome job, and without him we wouldn't have gotten half as much done. So yeah, head over to his channel, it's in the description section below, and give him some love. He'll be streaming every now and then, I'm sure, and we'll be working with each other on future projects. So yeah, just let him know I sent you and give him some love. Thanks. So we pretty much spent day one deciding what the game was actually going to be, and thanks to you, the audience, we came up with a whole range of different ideas. We jotted it all down and we went through them one by one, and then we ended up choosing this ridiculous idea of like a conversation tree based game where you had to lie your way into being liked. And that's where we went from. So my part in the process of making this game was putting it all together and making all the artwork and doing the voice acting. So in day one, I worked on the environments, and that was pretty much it. Just got all the environments done, ready for us to put things in. So when day two came around, all I had to do was make some characters and animate them. And I'm pretty sure by the end of day two, we just had like a really small, simple version of how the conversation tree was going to work. But it was by day three that the conversation tree was fully functional.
Responses first. Thank God you were there to save them. That's said to be the hardest thing in the world to do. You're amazing. Can you please stop? No one wants to hear about Fortnite.
So I did do the voice acting, and originally the characters that I did in the first part of the voice acting were just going to be temporary, and I thought to myself, I'll replace these later on. I tamed wild dogs once and became their god.
You're God, Doug. I've only heard stories about you. Praise be to you, my lord.
Yeah, they took around 4 hours to do all the different topics. So it took around 4 hours to completely voice the characters and edit them and then put them into the place of the game. So it took a while, and I didn't really want to go back and revoice those characters. So I just added more characters in as we went along. There's a total of 4 character voices in this game, and that's around 16 hours work. So it's more or less one day just for all the characters. So it's a pretty big undertaking, and I'm pretty proud of how it came out in the end. Now, because it was really heavy dialogue, I actually needed to write a lot of the dialogue down. So the conversations there were like cats, dogs, movies, food, athletics, and the last one, which I can't remember right now. So every single one of those topics had the main character have multiple variations of lies to impress the person that you were talking to. So you'd have like food, and the character would say, I cooked a meal for the Queen once, which is an absolute lie, but the other characters would respond. To that, there would be potentially 3 different options, positive, neutral, and negative. And for every single one of those, there was multiple different variants. So you'd have specifically the Queen responses. So you might have a positive being, oh, the Queen, you're amazing. A neutral being, I don't really care about the Queen right now. And the third one being, I absolutely hate the Queen. And these are horrible things to be saying, but that's just the lines that were recorded. And we did multiple variations of those for every single topic that the main character talked about. So 6 topics, and I think there were 6 different variations per topic, and then there were different variations per those variations. It multiplied, and it became, I think, over 280 responses just from the character, not the main character, the other character's responses. It got really crazy, but yeah, writing down the lines was pretty easy. We kind of just wrote down the main character's lies and winged it. So, the Queen topic would be, I cooked a meal for the Queen, and I would just, on the top of my head, be like, "Oh, the Queen's fantastic, I love that." And that would be one. And then we do another line, and then we do another line, and so on and so forth. And then we chop it up. Yeah, it was a lot of work, but it was fun. No, it wasn't fun. That part was not fun, but it was really fun to see the characters like move their heads when they actually said those lines. And once it was all in there, it was actually really, really awesome. Yeah, I couldn't get over it. I was retesting and replaying it so much. Half of it was just to make sure it was working, and the other half was just because I was enjoying myself. So yeah, that's pretty much the game. The aim of the game is to lie to people and get them to like you. So let's have a look at how the game actually ended up looking. And I'll show you a few things as well to go along with it. So I also did the music, which is another thing. So yeah, the game's a top-down, run-around kind of style. I think it's not isometric, but it is pretty damn close. So we can pretty much walk up to any character and engage a dialogue with them, such as this guy behind the bins who's smoking a cigarette. Now, one of the things that's really cool about this is they have specific characters have topic-based, like where they are, what they're doing, and who they are. So this guy has a very special intro.
Yeah, I smoke in secret behind these bins. What are you gonna do about it? Is it meme or Mimi?
So that intro is just for him and no one else, and it's kind of cool. I like that idea. So he's just talked about memes, and Baby Shark is a pretty big meme, so let's go for that.
Baby Shark?
Do.
And you can see he has a
My
response. It's
name
positive.
Jeff.
Another meme, my name Jeff. What can I say except?
What can I say except...
You're welcome. Is
Which
it
is-
meme or Mimi?
So this guy just likes memes, pretty much.
I really
So, yeah.
enjoyed that conversation, but if you don't mind, I'm gonna go back to smoking.
And they also have outro things that are based on their character alone, which is really awesome, because it really makes you feel like they've got more of a character development. This guy over here, on the other hand, doesn't have an intro that's based just on him, like sitting on the benches. So he has more of a generic intro, which we recorded multiple different variations of. And as you can see,
I really hope I don't regret talking to you. Sometimes I like
Rather
to eat
generic.
Doritos while I'm gaming.
once you figure out what they're into, it's a little easy. But there's those characters that like multiple things and very minimal things, so there's a little bit of a difficulty curve. Getting it right every time can be a little bit of an issue. If you get something that they do like, but they're not interested at the moment in, then you'll get a neutral response. And that's where all the neutral recorded lines come in. So, pretty cool. Got all those kind of different responses. Now, one of the cool things that we added in, this is just like little details. If we escape right now, we get a pause menu for starters. If we go to the main menu, we get here and we can click continue. Now, if we click continue, we start where we were last. That is like really awesome. I really love that little feature. Yeah, it's just cool. We can also play a little bit of soccer if we want to. We really just wanted to have this ability to be able to kick a ball around just for no reason. But this guy here is a sports fanatic. So if you talk to him, he's more than likely going to want to talk about sports. Now there's a lot of little Easter eggs and stuff in this game that I would love to share, but I want to keep them a little secret. And there's even a boss fight. So there's 2 levels. And there is a story, so once you get into the second level, you'll understand the story a little bit more. And how you end the game also there's 2 different endings. So if you get everyone to like what you said, you'll end up with a positive ending, and if you get everyone to hate you, you'll end up with a negative ending. So I'm not going to spoil those either. So if you want to play this game, it's available completely for free. You head down in the description section below and give it a go. Now, like I said, there are multiple different endings. There's a lot of lines at the start of the game, and it'll tell you how many lines there are exactly. And yeah, I've really had a fun time working on this. I really mostly enjoyed talking to people on the stream while I was streaming this. It's just awesome. I adore talking to people while I'm working. It's just really out of this world. Like, I've never thought that would be a thing that I could do while I was working on projects for such a long time until now. So yeah, head over there and let me know what you think. Leave a comment here as well, and share it with some friends. If you watch the stream, yeah, thank you so much for stopping by and keeping me company. It was really, really awesome of you. If you want to support this channel a little further with my 3D prints, which is what I'm normally doing, you can head over to Patreon and pledge a couple dollars per month. Now, you don't have to, but it really, really helps me out. Basically a just starving artist, and I need my money for me goreng and supplies. So I would really appreciate it if you head over there. Even if you just follow me, it'd be really appreciated. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you around. Hopefully we can work on another game together, and we'll see how that goes. See you later, guys, and always stay awesome.